To you, do you look at a fight like the Gilbert and Diego fight last week? And
the difference between me and a lot of guys is I'm a heavy-handed person, so most slugfests don't really end up really well for the opponents that I fight. You know what I mean? When I hit people, I drop people. I know how to hit people. I have a boxing background. Like, I know how to hit guys. And the thing with MMA fighters is MMA fighters don't know how to grab, don't know how to take angles like boxers. That's why I do a lot of boxing. So most of the time, a lot of MMA fighters, their shoulders are so square, they walk right into a lot of heavy-handed. So, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a slugfest, but if I had to flip a coin, I'd say he's going to fall before I fall.
So if you were in that fight on Saturday with Gilbert and Diego,
I would have dropped either one of them. I used to drop Diego Sanchez in practice all the time. So, I mean, like I said, when I hit people, I hurt people. So that's just what I do.
People are calling that fight the fight of the year. Do you agree?
I can agree with that. I mean, you know, like I said, we got to both go in there and do our job. I'm going in there to win. You know what I mean? I didn't come all this way to lose a fight, but I'm not going to sit there and play it safe either. You know, I came to fight. I mean, I want to have an exciting fight. I don't like fights going to decisions, especially in other people's hometowns. So I'm definitely looking to finish this fight. This is going to be a fight where I'm fighting not only him, but I'm fighting against the clock to get him done, because I don't want any bad decisions. I don't want any close decisions. I want to finish the fight and know that I won the fight.
Yeah. Now, you're a good boxer yourself. And,
I'm a great boxer.
What do you think of Ross's boxing ability?
He's all right. He's got skills. I mean, like I said, I respect the kid's craft. Like, I'm a big fan of his. I love watching him fight. I think he's very technical. I think he's very talented, and I think he has enough punching power to finish a fight. You know, I give him respect where respect's due. I'm not naive to that. You know what I mean? I know what his talents, I know what his strengths are, but I also can identify some of his weaknesses. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be an interesting fight.
Where do you think, like in terms of momentum, you know, he's coming off the win off Ryan, you're coming in this fight with your own momentum. Who do you think's got the advantage?
I don't think either one of us have the advantage. I mean, I think right now I'm probably the toughest fight in his career as far as him. I've had a lot of tough fights in my career, but this kid's tough. Like, I'm not underestimating him, not even a little bit. You know, I know he's dangerous. I know what he's capable of. But I think at the end of the day, he has a 3-fight win streak, and when guys start building those streaks, like I had a 5-fight win streak back not long ago, and then I lost to Jim Miller. You know, when you have those streaks and then you get a tough guy put in front of you, you know, your mind starts to mess with you a little bit. Your mental game, you know, and if his mental game ain't there, you know, it can be a short night for him. If his mental game is there, it can be a tough fight for me. So it's all based off of, you know, what happens when that cage shut. You know, I can't really predict the future. All I know is I don't want to fly all the way back to the States on a loss.
What do you mean your mind plays with you? Just get overconfident? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not overconfident, man. It's just, you know, that's when the pressure starts to build. It's like a pipe, you know, too much pressure, you bust the pipe. You know, he has a 3-fight win streak. He has a tough guy standing in front of him in his way to get to a 4-fight win streak. He's fighting in his own country in front of all his millions of fans here. I think, if anything, man, he's got a lot of pressure on him, on his shoulders. I mean, all I got to do is go in there and just do what I do best, just fight. I don't have any worries. I'm not, you know, had I fought in Houston last week, I'd probably be saying something different, like, man, you know, the last time I was here, I got overexcited. I ended up getting choked out really fast by Joe Lozon. You know, and that was kind of why when they passed me on the Houston fight and told me I could fight Ross here, I was okay with that. I was like, you know what? I'd rather take a fight where there's no pressure on me. Let me go travel the country, see somewhere I've never been, take my wife, get to have a mini vacation, and I get to make money while I'm here. You know what I mean? So to me, there's no pressure. I'm here just to collect a paycheck. All 3 of my paychecks.
When you were planning that mini vacation, did you realize how miserable Manchester was going to be before?
Man, you know what, man? I live in sunny Florida, bro. I play golf every day. We don't even get to wear our winter clothes. So my wife right now, she's excited to be even wear her jacket, her little trench coat jacket. I'm excited to put my coat on with my rain boots. I brought my rain boots just for this occasion. I never wear these things. So for us, man, we happy to be here. I'm glad it's some cool weather. You know what I mean? We live in Florida, man. It's, you know, we just went through a hot summer, you know, and then right now the weather's starting to get nicer, though. You know, we're the only place where there's no winter. So, you know, I play golf every day. Hey, man, I gotta say though, I'm enjoying this winter air though. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
How about the food?
Food's great too. You know what I mean? I can't lie. Well, what I've been able to eat so far has been good. We want to check out some of the pubs for the fish and chips, but we're gonna wait till after the fight. You know what I mean? Because I'm a fish man. I love fish. I'm from Louisiana, so I want to check out the fish and chips and see what's the big hype on the fish and chips out here.
Let me ask you this really quick, right? You kind of like, you bounce training camps and stuff here and there, and I suppose you know this. The one thing people say about you a lot is that you've been quite inconsistent, and that you know you've always been on that trajectory towards a title shot, and then true or false?
I mean, that's what everybody else's analogy about me is. For me, man, when you fight in the UFC, this is a tough business. You fighting tough guys day in and day out. There are no easy fights. Some fights went my way. Some fights I let get away. I don't think it's inconsistent. I think it's just when you mean everybody's different too. I mean it's like NFL football team. You're not playing the same type of team every week. You playing different teams day in and day out. You got guys like Colin Kaepernick who can run the ball. You know, then you might play a guy like Tom Brady the next week who stays in the pocket. So you have to adjust on the fly. That's the way fighting works. You have to adjust. If you don't adjust, you know, and sometimes you have to make adjustments in the ring. We don't have 60 minutes to play football. We got 15 minutes to win a fight. So sometimes the inconsistency, you don't have time to adjust. You don't win the fight.
Any given Sunday.
Pretty much.
Melvin, who are you training with now?
I'm with American Top Team down in Coconut Creek, Florida.
Was this your first full camp with them?
Yeah, first camp with them. I was with Team Grudge right before this in Denver. I still do some work with the coaches from Grudge, with Trevor and Jake. But part of the reason too is I was gone for 4 months from home. I'm one of those guys, I don't like being away from home. I like to be around my wife. So, you know, being away from her for 4 months for that last fight, it was well needed because I needed that win really bad. So I kind of punished myself. But this fight, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm going to stay home. I want to train at home. American Top Team was the best fit for me, and I ended up going American Top Team.
Was there any adjustment period for them, or any adjustment period American Top Team, or
No, just kind of, man. I kind of just vibe, man. I kind of just fit in, get in where I fit in. Sometimes it's not. I don't really make drastic adjustments. You know what I mean? I train to fight. I don't train to fight certain fighters. You know what I mean? I'm a striker by nature. You know, Ross is a striker, so it wasn't like I was in the gym trying to think of a master game plan for this fight. You know what I mean? I didn't really come up with one. I'm just going in there and freestyle it.
Melvin, this will be your first fight outside America. When you're walking into the arena and you've got thousands of fans cheering for Ross, will you zone that out or will you play up to the crowd?
Nah, because I mean, I think I'm going to have my share of fans too. I mean, trust me, man, my Twitter and Facebook been blowing up with fans from the UK saying they're excited to see me here finally. They're big fans of mine. So, and this has been going on for years. Like, even when they had the Fan Expo here at Nottingham, they had a lot of fans wanting me to come. Are you going to be at the Expo, man? I really want to meet you. So, I have my share of fans here in the UK. I don't think it's going to really be a hostile crowd. I think if anything, the crowd's going to accept both of us because they want to see a great fight. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of how it's going to play out. If I'm wrong, oh well. Once the cage lock, the fans can't help him, his mom can't help him. It's just me and him. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm ready to fight.
Nice, guys.